So in this video, we're going to talk about the use of citations of source text in your paper. Remember, one of the most important things to learn from this course is that the reason that we're talking about source text is not so that you learn to avoid plagiarizing or that you don't get sent to the academic misconduct, but that you use source text to support your ideas to make your argument more effective. So we're going to look at a few examples from a paper and see why source texts are used. In this paper, which is the paper that one of the students wrote about the computer program Turnitin.com, he makes a claim that through answering questions about what kinds of issues should be considered when applying to the program and of what kinds of situations should we prepare for. Now, the question that this claim makes is, why is this an important claim? Remember, at the beginning of the paper, you're trying to establish the importance of your research. So here he uses a citation. According to Grant, Turnitin is a program for reporting what percentage of the compared text matches material on the internet without judging about whether the text is cited correctly. Now, if he didn't cite Grant, no one would accuse him of plagiarism because that's a fact. That's what the program does. But by citing Grant, he makes it sound like this is more important, that it's more authoritative, that somebody else has written this statement, therefore it's stronger that it might be true, so it's a more important statement to make. In the second paragraph, he goes on, the goal of Turnitin is to improve students' writing with their originality and can help detect students who plagiarize his writing. Now, that statement is a little more controversial. It's a claim. Does it really help you do something? Is that actually the goal? So how do you prove that's true? Well, he has two citations here. And these citations, notice he doesn't even need to use he doesn't actually have to state what they said. He just says this is both of these citations have the same ideas. Again, the purpose of it is to show that this idea is true. This is not, again, something that has anything to do with plagiarism. It has something mostly to do with proving that you have a good claim. Now, in the next sentence down here, notice he makes a claim that the program cost $105,000. Now, on one hand, that's a fact, but it's a fact that not everyone knows. It's not a public knowledge. So in this sense, he has to cite where that fact comes from, because he didn't do it himself, and therefore, how do you know this is really true? Well, it's true because it was published in this article by Grant. So the citation here answers the question, how do you know that this is true? Now, in this example down here, at what he calls number 1, he actually has a short quotation from the article where he copied it, writing attitude toward their originality. Now, again, remember, if you're actually going to copy something, you just put it into quotation marks and then attach the citation to it. So here, here that this is an issue regarding plagiarism, but it's also an issue of showing that this claim is true, that it's not just the writer's claim, but it's also the claim of this published author. Therefore, two people share the claim, therefore it must be more likely that it's true. And again, remember, the idea in academic writing is the more people who say the same thing, the truer it is, and the stronger the claim can be. So that's a very brief introduction to the way citations can be used in the introduction of your paper. Again, if you have any questions, ask your instructor. Thank you.